An anonymous sent a question saying, what is the ruling on the regular white discharge of a woman? Does it break her wudu? And does she have to change her undergarment before praying? This is an issue of dispute. The vast majority consider such vaginal discharges of women to be pure, and that she does not have to wash or change. The issue of dispute is whether it breaks your wudu or not. So the vast majority of scholars say that finding it does not impact your purity. So it's not like urine, it's not like madhi. It is not najis in nature. Now, whether it breaks wudu or not, it's an issue of dispute. The vast majority of scholars say that it does break wudu. Ibn Hazm and some other scholars said that no, it does not break wudu, because women at the time of the Prophet ﷺ used to suffer from it as it's a natural thing, and no one ever reported that it breaks wudu. And this is continuous, and it would impose a lot of hardship on women to tell them that you have to perform wudu every time you find this. And thirdly, those who say that it does not break wudu, they say it's like sweat. It is not coming out from a place of impurity. Rather, it's coming from a place that the child comes out from, which is, in a sense, not najis. So with all these reasons and others, these scholars who went against the vast majority of scholars say it does not break wudu. And this is what I'm inclined to. The opinion of making it easy for women, as there is no solid proof that it breaks wudu. And it was never reported. So we know that answering the call of nature breaks wudu. We have information and authentic hadiths about istihada, which is the blood that runs after the period of monthly menstrual cycle, and how to deal with that and how to perform wudu for every salat for that. And we never heard anything regarding the issue of vaginal discharges, which means that inshallah it does not break wudu. And if a woman wants to be safe rather than sorry, and she performs wudu for every salat she wants to perform after the adhan, then she would be safe and no one would say she is wrong. But again, the vast majority say that it is not impure. So there's no impurity on her clothes and she does not need to change that, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows.
The reply to this is given in the hadith of Sahih Bukhari, volume number 1, hadith number 228, that Fatima bint Abi Hubaysh, may Allah be pleased with her, she approaches the Prophet and she tells the Prophet that I have been having a regular vaginal bleeding. Should I stop my prayers forever? And the Prophet tells her that this vaginal bleeding, which is continuous, is not your menstrual blood. Whenever you have your regular menstrual period, at that time you stop praying. The moment the menstrual period is over, you have a bath, you wash yourself, you do wudu, and you pray your salah. And when you offer the next salah, again you do a new wudu. This similar message is even given in the hadith of Sahih Muslim, volume number 1, hadith number 753. Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she said that she heard from the same Sahabiya, Fatima bint Abi Hubaysh, that she told the Prophet that she has vaginal bleeding continuously, should she stop Salah? And the Prophet said this bleeding is from a vein. It is not your menstrual blood. So when you have your regular menstrual period, at that time you stop praying. When your menstrual period ends, have a bath, do wudu and pray. And when the next Salah comes, again do wudu and pray. So based on this hadith, the scholars, they say that when the time for Salah is there, when the time for Salah starts, at that time you can wash your private part, do wudu and you offer the Salah. Now when you offer the Salah, during that time, if the urine comes or if the wind passes, your Salah is accepted. So this ruling, based on the hadith of Bukhari and Muslim, for a lady who has vaginal bleeding, it is not the menstrual cycle, it is applicable for people who have inconsistency in urine, or dribbling of urine, or passing of wind, or continuous bleeding, all these cases.
Sundus from Germany, the vaginal excretion is one of two types. It's either the one which is as a result of sexual discharge, guaranteed this is, something that has to be removed and incurs ghusl. Because the Prophet ﷺ was asked by a woman about this kind of excretion, which was due to a wet dream. He said, minhu al-ghusl, a woman must perform ghusl, not just wudu. The second is what we call it the wetness. So there is some moist. It is not from the urethral canal. It's not any urine. It is not urine drops. It is vaginal, but due to the moist that may be natural in the in the orifice. So the ulama and the scholars even differ whether it is pure or impure. And the vast majority of the scholars are of the view that it is clean. When we say pure, means it doesn't require washing the body part which is moist with it. It doesn't require washing one's clothes. Okay? Doesn't require washing one's clothes as a result of that. But it only requires performing wudu. You see a major difference between urine or anything that comes, even excretion from the urethral canal, that would require the removal of the impurities. Ghusl, to remove the urine drops or the wetness, wash the body part which was soiled with the urine, the clothes which may have some moist or wetness from the discharge, it must be washed because it's impure. But in the case of mere vaginal discharge due to the moistness that is already natural inside, you don't have to wash your body, you don't have to wash your private, you don't have to wash your undergarment, you just make wudu and that's it. Due to the fact that anything that comes out of as-sabilain, the two orifices, that voids the wudu. The discussion between the scholars, sisters, on this was concerning whether it is tahir or not tahir. So if it is tahir, which is the opinion of the vast majority of the scholars, then you don't have to wash your private. You don't have to wash the clothes which were moist with this discharge. Okay? If it is not tahir, then according to Ibn Hazm and others, you would have to wash everything that was moist, whether it's body soiled with the discharge or the...
A lot of the sisters mention that there's a rutubah. There is moist that comes out, or even discharge, some might call it, some might moist, wetness, all of those. Comes out of the woman's front passage. Yani again, makanul walad, where the child comes out of. This moist, this wetness does not break the wudu. Again, there's two places scientists or medical doctors mention it comes from, generally speaking. The Bartholian glands or the cervix of the woman. One of the two. This does not break the wudu. Why? Because لا دليل على أنها ناقضة للوضوء. There's no evidence, there's nothing we have proofs to say that it breaks the wudu. At the time of the Prophet ﷺ, the woman used to, of course, endure that. They used to see that. And never did the Prophet ﷺ ever say to them that it breaks the wudu. He never pointed that out to any woman, salawatullahi wa salamun alayhi. And if it was something that breaks the wudu, the Prophet would have clarified it to them. And if he did clarify it to them, alayhi salatu wasalam, it would have come to us, alayhi salatu wasalam, what he told them. So this doesn't break the wudu. And this is ala asahhi qawlay ahli al-ilmi. This is according to the strongest opinion from the opinions of the scholars in this issue. Okay? And this is based on the qawlul malikiyah. Okay? Rather, the moist and the wetness that's coming from the woman itself it's pure. It's not najis. The moist itself and the discharge is not najis at all. Okay? And the asl of everything, as we know, is al-aslu fi kulli shay'in annahu tahir. That everything, the asl is that it's tahir. We can't say something is najasa or najis unless there is a dalil to show so. وَقَدْ ذَهَبَ جَمَاهِيرُ أَهْلِ الْعِلْمِ إِلَى أَنَّهُ طَاهِرٌ. A large number of scholars actually took that opinion. It is qawl of the Hanafiya. It is أحد قولي الشافعية, one of the two views of the Shafi'iyya. It is also أحد القولين عند الشافعية ورواية عن الإمام أحمد. Okay? It is also قول عند الحنابلة. Okay? So that is inshallah ta'ala what I wanted to bring to the sisters' attention. Anything I might have said that was wrong or incorrect is from me and shaitan, and Allah's messenger are both free from it. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdi ashhadu an la ilaha illallah astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayh.